asking me, yo, like Kit and the rest of them, and Jamil and them asking me, what happened? I'm like, yo, I didn't. Well, it was Jason and them. I'm like, yo, what happened? I'm like, yo, nah, like he didn't fly my people out. I was stuck here the whole time while y'all was home. And he's like, yeah, I told you to watch that dude. Told you to watch that dude. I'm like, man, I just took it for his word. I took it for his word, and he curved me. He lied. So I was like, man, that's messed up. Because I miss my son, you know what I mean? I'm out here doing this stuff for my son so I can get a look with the NBA and show them I'm playing with a Rick groin and something like that. When we get there, I want to show them I'm playing hurt, and I was just doing well playing hurt, and we going to go ahead and I'm still hurt. Like, you know what I mean? I'm getting treatment and everything. And let me just go back one time real quick. My man Jareem Dowling, Jareem tells me I'll be sitting in the hotel downstairs and we eating. And he was like, when somebody's looking at you, like, you just keep looking at you. And he's looking at me. I'm like, what's up, fam? We talking, sitting at the same table talking. And, we busting some jokes and stuff. He's like, man, you nothing like what they said. I'm like, what? Damn, who said what? You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I sat one time in the coaching, he was in the coaching place, and there's a bunch of coaches in the surround, in the circle, and they all talking about players and this and that. And all these different coaches is talking bad about me from Jamie Dixon and these people. And they was like saying, why Carl didn't make it to the NBA, why this and that. Talking about all this other crazy grimy stuff, I couldn't shoot and all this other stuff. I'm like, dude, I shoot better than a lot of people in the NBA. A lot of people in the NBA that was drafted, they couldn't shoot. And I bring more to the game than they do. And I'm more of a showman, I'm more of an energy, I'm more of a vibe, I'm more of a player, I'm more of a leader. I'm more of everything better than these dudes, yo. It was crazy. Like, you don't know how frustrating it is to go through my life and what I went through after I bust ass and worked hard and worked in that gym. Come on, man. I went through more than the people even know. And I've been killing people, so why do you think these dudes is better than me? Like, you crazy. So anyway, that's what happened. So Jareem was telling me stuff like that. And shout out to Jareem for telling me the truth. I appreciate you, man. Because you could have held that, you know what I mean, and them other coaches, I probably would have seen one of them coaches and showed them love. And I would never do that. Because I got the information. You know what I mean? Once you get the information, it helps you. But, alright, boom. We get to Atlanta to play. Now we playing in Atlanta. Josh Smith playing in the same tournament. Dude that played for Atlanta Hawks. So we doing that. It was like, man, come on now. We out here playing. It's kind of crazy. Hold on one second. Yeah, pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. So, so we get to Atlanta, we playing, and I'm doing my thing again. Old Coop come bring Sharif and Tay, Mia, and Lil O, and they come to the game and different stuff. It was weird playing because I wanted to really do my thing for them. I just didn't play exactly how I play, all crazy. I played well, but I just didn't play the way I wanted to play, because now I'm uncomfortable with all these situations and everything that happened, but they not understanding what just happened. So we already played a couple of games. We won. We different stuff. Now an agent comes to me. He was owning some of them clubs down there in Atlanta. He wanted to represent me, but I didn't know him, so I didn't trust him. So I was like, nah. I curbed him and just chilled out and stayed to myself. And he was just telling me about, watch these dudes, from the Virgin Islands stuff, because they don't have your best interests. Now we staying out there in Atlanta in the Virgin Islands thing. It was crazy. Like, I'm like, man, little shaky hotel again. I'm like, this ain't never gonna get better. This is crazy, yo. So now we get them out of here. Now we going to Vegas big time. Now, dude, where we at? We our first day we went to watch Venezuela against the USA team, and Kobe and them was playing, Venezuela in them. And he's checking the guy Vasquez, who cousin I played with in Venezuela my first time in Venezuela. Vasquez, a point guard, played for Memphis Grizzlies at the time. Went to Maryland, and I'm playing with his cousin. Literally, he's bringing in the shorts and shirt from Maryland and everything. I was cracking up. But we playing, and it's like, we watching. And we sitting in the stands, and Kobe's talking that trash, like, yo, I got you, Mr. BX. I got you, Mr. Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my man. Look, I feel so bad. My man from Pitt. He's a big Pitt supporter. Him and his daughter was out there, and he stood up. He was like, "Come on, Carl, give him the X. Give him the X, Carl." He stood up. He was at the top over here to the left. I stood. I was like, "Oh, we got Pitt fans in here. Let's go!" I started getting hyped. I was like, "Yeah!" Throwing the X up, and I was like, "Yeah, guard me, guard me." You already know that city joint coming out. We're like, we at the Rucker again. Guard me, B. I'm ready. I'll cook you, Cole. I'll chef you, Mo. So he know Coleman guard me. You notice that in the video, Coleman guard me. LeBron didn't even want to guard me or put it on the floor. This is a fact. That's why he passed that joint to the top. It's on the video. Like, it was funny. And playing with this torn groin now, it's ripped. Now it's way worse. Now from playing them 2 different tournaments, now it just got way worse. And I'm letting them know when I played in Atlanta, it just got way worse. I'm letting them know when I play another thing, it's getting way worse. They don't care. They just need me to play. Because they don't have the confidence in them other guards. Because we playing with dudes that work at Radio Shack. We playing with dudes that don't play ball all year or even 6 months out the year. You know what I mean? Like, this is the type of people we playing with. Like, and people don't know that. They don't know that. Other teams have people that really play basketball, that play overseas and play this. I had dudes that worked in Radio Shack on my team, Jan. Do you know what that feels like? Do you know what that is to go compete against the best players in the world with a dude that doesn't play basketball? He doesn't consistently play basketball. He just enjoys the game. Come on now. And then look how I had it rocking. We outscored the USA team the second quarter. Because when I came in, it was crazy. It was crazy, man. Like, and the dude did the same thing he did to me out there in Brazil. He didn't let me start. And he's trying to embarrass me, and Tom Heron with the bullshit now. So I'm like, man, you don't know how frustrating it is to be playing for these dudes, and this shit is going on, man. So I'm like, all right, I'm still just trying to get my look. D. Miller curved it. He ain't even come. He ain't even come to Vegas. I mean, like, he was like, I'm not going out there. Like, they ain't getting embarrassed by these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, we playing again. We get to play against Kobe and them. Now, me and Kobe talking, me and Jason Kidd talking. I mean, it was the best thing out, man. Me and Melo. Even before that, when they introduced the countries, it's like Melo sitting right here and Braun sitting right here, and we all talking about basketball. You know what I mean? Excuse me, gotta get some water. Agua. But we all talking, you know what I mean? We all talking, chilling, they busting jokes. We talking about different stuff, and it was cool. You know, I met all the different players on the USA team. I met some of their moms, you know, Mark Stoudemire's mom's sister, and different people, like everybody. So when they introduce their countries and stuff, and they go up, you go up these steps, and then you go and start onto a stage, and there's a bunch of fans packed. Excuse me, and they talking, you know, they introduce your country, and you and your country go stand up. I was like, oh, this is crazy, this is lit, this is hot. And I'm throwing up the X. You already know I banged the X right there on the stage. It was hot. Like, what? You want to know me? Like, facts. Because I already been through too much with these dudes jerking me, so I don't know how. I just got to get my name up. I got to get my name out there. This is crazy. It's a big opportunity for me. I'm talking to Chauncey Billups. You know, before the thing, me and Chauncey Billups supposed to work out in Vegas. That never happened. I had a Radio Shack phone myself, matter of fact. And I was going through a lot. And Chauncey, you know, that fell through. I didn't get to work out with him. One of these big diesel guys, they used to work in Permane Brothers out here in Pittsburgh, ended up becoming a big trainer out there in Vegas. But I couldn't get back to him because I had lost that stupid phone after a while. So nobody called for that. Anyway, let's go back to the thing. Now, mind you, before the game, I'm thinking like, yo, how me and my man Milk, my man Malik Canada, we used to talk about stuff like being in the park or being in the projects, talking about like how crazy would it be to make the USA team. You know what I mean? Like coming up, you know what I'm saying? I'm still young and still playing in the park, Rosedale Park. And how crazy would it be to actually, you know, be on the cover, be in a video game, you know, EA Sports game and stuff like that. I'm like, man, so I already accomplished one of the things. I've been in the EA Sports game for 4 years. You know what I mean? The college basketball on PlayStation. I'm in that. So I was like, wow. So people was asking me how I felt to play myself in a video game and all that. I'm like, yo, that's crazy for me too. Look where I come from. I came from Bronxdale Project by way of Highbridge, man, and made my name. I worked hard. I'm help. Like when you play ball, you have to gain fans, and fans will get attracted to you by your game. And then after they're attracted to you by your game, then the stuff that you do off the court, that can bring more attraction. People seen I was cool, but I wasn't with the sucker stuff. So I got, man, different fans from different places. I know different people from all walks of life. That's just how it gets down. That's how it goes. Now let's go back. So I'm like, yeah, me and Milk talking like, yo, it'll be hot to play against the USA team. So I'm thinking it's all in my head. Like when I got all these different stars around me and they talking to me and this and that, and I know I should be there already, especially playing against Melo already and all that. I should be already there. And it's like disrespectful. It's kind of crazy, but you know how the game goes. If you're not a part of that different, that different group, it's harder for you to get in, And I wasn't trying to represent none of that black and white. I wasn't going to throw up these signs. I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to do none of that. I said, no, I'm not doing it. That's a fact. I'm not putting on no makeup like Greg Anthony and them. Nope. They tried to have me put on makeup and stuff at NBA camp and all this other bull crap. Nope. So when I wouldn't comply, I made my life different. I made my life more difficult. Well, they made my life more difficult because I wouldn't comply to that weirdo stuff. That's not me. I'm a real man. I ain't putting on no makeup. I'm not trying to act like no girl. There's nothing feminine about me. I'm not trying to be feminine. That's it. Straight facts. I'm not agreeing with gay stuff. No. So what? I'm not. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not agreeing with nothing gay. So that's a fact. Wasn't raised like that. Not going to teach my people to be like that. I'm not going to be more sensitive to it because somebody want to have sex with the same sex. You get a date? Hell no. You don't deserve that. We don't get a sex. We don't get a joint. We don't get a date for having sex with females like we're supposed to. So how you get something special? Get out of here and knock it off because other people have agendas and they trying to do the same thing. Well, anyway, long story short to you, we play the game and I'm hyped. I'm thinking about Milk and everybody. I'm like, yo, this is so cool, man. Like, and just fast forward, we see the game and talking to Jason Kidd and Melo in the game, you know what I mean? Like talking, I'm like, yo, Jason Kidd, while Dwight Howard's on the free throw line shooting them bricks. I'm like, yo, he's with us, you know what I mean? That's the hood. Like, he's with us, you know what I mean? When they miss, he's one of the bad free throw shooters at the line. So Jason Kidd comes out, he's like, my man now was at the free throw line on our team. He's like, hey, Carl. He sounded like Michael Jackson for a second. I was like, what the? When he said that, like when his voice came out, I was like, you don't expect Jason Kidd to sound a different way. His voice is deeper. He was like, hey, Carl, when you said he's with us, well, your guy's with us. I was like, what the hell? What the? Oh, man, this guy's crazy. I started laughing. J Kidd was mad cool. And we was talking about different stuff. He told me I was going to be a good leader. And then after the game, we talked in the hallway. Me, Jason Kidd, Kobe. I talked individually to everybody. That was crazy. And then after talking to Kobe for so long, like, I thought I was going to be on the Lakers. Like, I ain't going to lie. Like, Kobe was like, put in a good word for me, different people. And Tayshaun Prince was mad cool because I met Tayshaun after they won a championship in New York when he was with Detroit. So I met him there with Elton Campbell and the rest of them and Chauncey Billups. And this is when I knew when people be saying this, don't do it, man. I'm telling you. The dude was like, when Reggie Freeman played University of Texas, he was like, yo, tell Chauncey my man, tell Chauncey I said what up, tell him you know me. He was like, yo, I went to Chauncey, he said that joint, he was like, alright, so I'm like, yo, come on, son, stop playing with me. Like, alright, forget Reg. And then that's that, and we start talking, and then stuff like that. And then I start talking to Elton Campbell and Tayshaun Prince and the other players. And it was cool. D Miller was there with me. You know what I'm saying? So, stuff like that. And then we get to the game, you know what I'm saying, after the game. Like I said, after the game, you have to go on the podium and talk too. So Coach K, Boeheim, and Nate McMillan was there. And man, it's killed me. Nate McMillan was first. He comes and gripped me up. He's like, hey, you too good to come to my be on my summer league team? Who makes you too good to be on my summer league team? Because the Portland Trailblazers wanted me to come to their summer league after the draft. And my agent Keith Glass told him something different. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, hell no, I ain't too good to come to your summer league. I would have loved to play in your summer league, man. Come on, like. And he was like, then his face was like, oh, like, all right, he get what happened. So then he told me, good luck to me, and that was that. He did. Boeheim came up. He was like, great job, this and that. Comes Krzyzewski getting off the podium, And he's like, you know, it was crazy because he just said on the things like, yeah, I just told the media we had to switch to 2-3 zone as you see in the second half because of the guard penetration of Carl Krauser. I'm like, see, like this is crazy. So if I'm doing all of this with a torn groin and I'm shifting the game and I'm changing everything how this man, because you can see in the game he's getting worried. Coach K's worried. He's on the side worried like, yo, it's about to get different. Because none of them could guard me one-on-one. They can't guard me, man. The man, Deron Williams can't guard me. You gonna better knock it off. Jason Kidd couldn't guard me. You seen that. Chauncey Billups can't guard me, too slow. Who else? Who? Kobe tried as a foul. LeBron wouldn't come over there. Just a fact, though. CT, wink, wink. Knock it off. Anyway, it's just crazy, man. So he's saying all this. He was like, you know, Shevsky was super cool, and I was like, yeah, I went to school with your guy, your nephew, Dave. God bless the dead. He was a kicker for St. Thomas More football team, and I was the basketball player at St. Thomas More basketball team. You know what I'm saying? He was there my junior year. So, with all this stuff said, man, it was a super honor to play against the USA team. It was a super honor to have these guys talk to me, you know, prior to this and show me love and telling me I should be in the NBA and they can't wait to see me. It was a super honor to be, you know, come from the hood and come from Bronx, still talking to my man Milk about it and completing 2 of the goals early that I said and early that we talked about. Other people around my neighborhood never done this. Other people in New York it's never happened to them. Other people, other places that I know it never happened to them. And you gotta understand, when you accomplish all these goals, a lot of people hate. People been hating on me since I started getting good in basketball. That's what's been happening. So that's just a little part of that episode, man. Respect my journey, man. I got the love from the NBA, from the star top players. I got the love from the coaches, the star coaches, the USA team coaches, and everything. And with Tom Heron and them dudes trying to hate, with the rest of them guys trying to hate, it was crazy. And it was just showing me like, wow, man. Oh yeah, let me not get to this. Uzi, I wasn't talking to Uzi Richards no more. Like all of these joints, I ain't talk to him no more. And the next game, because he subbed me out. Tom Heron subbed me out. When he subbed me out, that's why I didn't play the rest of the game. He was trying to save me for Barbosa because we had Brazil on playing against Leandro Barbosa and Nene Hilario the next day, the next game. So I was like, man, come on, man, whatever. You see me out there getting comfortable. You see me this and that. I'm playing the game. It doesn't like some of the time you can see that I'm hurt. Like, you know what I mean? You can see me like trying to like fake, but thing was hurting bad as ever, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, that's hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie. Playing with a rip groin and this tape and all that stuff around your waist and your thing and all that. Oh my gosh. You don't know what that feels like, man. That thing hurts. So I just, just showing people. I thought if I could show the NBA, I could play through pain because some of the guys in the NBA was sitting out with finger injuries. They were sitting out with this and that. I'm like, yo, my finger's broke, fam. You feel me? I've been playing with broke fingers and I've been killing. Like, come on. I've been playing with broke stuff my whole life, man. Like, chill. Know what I mean? I had two torn labrums right here. Parts of the hips are broke off from diving on the floor and getting fouled, hit on the floor. You can even see in the game, like, they wasn't trying to call certain fouls. Dude fouled me on the 3-point line. 3 people jumped on me. Even when Tyson Chandler fouled me, he tried to say I ran into this. And then when they showed the replay, you see him kicking me all this, but it took him 10 years to call a foul. Like, we was getting jerked out there because we was the Virgin Islands. We was the smallest island team on there. So it was crazy. But this is the stuff you got to deal with, man, when you're dealing with certain people, man. And to have Uzi try to come to the hotel, because the next game when we played Brazil, I had a Rocky moment, man. It was crazy. I passed out from dehydration and the heat and everything. So we playing the Brazil. I wish I can get that game, too, playing against Brazil. And I was out there doing my thing. And I threw an alley-oop to Coffee Victor. And he went and banged that thing. Boom! And I was like, yeah, went crazy. And as soon as I was like, yeah, like that turned around, boy, it felt like Drago from Rocky that knocked me out, like bang. And the lights was just turning. When I'm turning around, the lights was just going. All I could see is the lights. I'm like, yo, I'm just like looking like, yo, like going like this, like sub. I go sub, I just can't stop spitting. You know, when you can't get the spit out, it's like really like, it's just so dry and it's sticky. And they took me in the back like I had put the towel over my head and I'm spitting in this cup. and they took me in the back, and then next thing you know, that was all she wrote. I was out, and then they came and shot me up with the thing, but the person missed the vein, so they popped my vein. My arm was like this dumb swollen now. It's like I never seen that because I never went through that. My arm is super swollen, super crazy, and it was like, man, so now I can't play. I'm already shaky. I was just out for some minutes. And and we won that game. Shout out to my man Mountain. He went out there and locked up Barbosa. Locked him up for the dub. That was a great win for the VI, man. Straight up. And all of this stuff, that's why they get invited back to the VI, because Uzi, I don't like Uzi, and I don't mess with the brother. The brother told me too much, and Uzi told me too much riding that Jeep he used to have. You know what I mean? When people get comfortable and they start running their mouth and talking, I sit there and listen. That's why I be sitting there and listening. Man, people, I don't have to talk a lot, man. I know when to talk and I know when not to talk. I've been around real gangsters and real people in different settings, and not just for my projects. Knock it off. So, in different states and cities too. So that's why I know when to speak, fam. I know how to act. I'm just saying, I know how to act. I'm not an idiot. I'm not a big mouth idiot and none of that. So that's what was that on that. So Uzi tried to come and apologize to me because I couldn't get out the bed for a while. Like, fam, straight up, like I couldn't get out the bed. I met somebody else. They helped me out, took care of me while I was in there, and that's the extent. It wasn't from the Virgin Islands people or nothing. It was a person I met in Vegas, looked out for me. So after that, Uzi and Ronnie tried to come in the room. It was his Uzi brother, Ronnie. He came in there and apologized. And after I showed Ronnie love by wearing number 6, because that was his number, and I was showing him love for going with him, cooking up with the fish soup out there. I love fish soup from out there, St. Croix. The best. So, like me and Ronnie gained a rapport. Went with Ronnie different places. He told me the truth about a lot. I'm just sitting there like, man, what did I get myself into, dude? But all of this is in the pursuit of happiness, in the pursuit of like achieving my goal. I went through everything. It was just like going to another shaky neighborhood again, and then trying to get on, trying to get your name known. I went through this for real. So anyway, long story short, Uzi tried to apologize to me in the hotel while I'm in bed. I curve it, whatever. I just don't want to talk to you no more. That's it, man. Like, so all that stuff, y'all people, like a lot of people just don't know, man. Carl Krauser went through a lot. I earned everything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not being, I'm not getting undercut. I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing. And I'm not, taking nobody's, short change, too, to complain anything. Respect my journeys for a reason. I have a real journey. I really did stuff. I accomplished a lot. I will not be jerked by nobody in the world. I don't care about your league. I don't care about your team. I don't care how you think you the stuff. I don't care that you put on that black and white and represent that shaky culture. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all people are crazy. I care about helping people. I care about positive progress. I care about sharing my knowledge and sharing my experiences. But y'all not going to talk about me and devalue my character like I'm some rinky-dink hood ghetto kid that hasn't gained the scholarship and hasn't gained different notoriety and hasn't gained my degree, hasn't passed certain things, hasn't spoke up with Bill Cosby here, with different city officials from your Board of Education's program and your different people from UPMC. Y'all was using me for a lot of other stuff, and I was out there and I represented and I was on TV right there when y'all had the Rise and Shine School. Come on now. You don't have people doing that. Dapper Dan Classic. I'm in a Dapper Dan. I'm doing all that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm met Arnold Palmer and different stuff at these different events. You gotta respect it, man. It's right over left. We the best, man. I'm out of here. It's Black Magic, baby. Cruising King. X up to the boogie. You already know. Easy.